And he actually won the war of patent on behalf of 1 billion Indians. I think that deserves a huge round of applause. Actually, I'm going to put him a bit on a small guilt trip. He was going to be with us for the Innovators Conclave, but he can't because of some other commitment that has cropped up. It's very difficult to share our own Dr. Mashalkar with the world. But we have to, because you know you have a larger cause and call waiting for you. But we had dreamt of honoring you as one of our role models. You embody the struggle and the victory. You embody the yin and yang of the best and the worst, but you conquered the best. And you also kept the vision of India in mind. You are truly a locally rooted, globally competent citizen. And we want to honor you this moment. May I request Subbarao Patil, our President of Prajnaniketan Education Society, to do the honor. I know you may have never been put this sash like the Miss Universe, Mr. Universe, but today we want to adorn you with that sash that says, thank you for being our role model. Come, we want you in the center. It's a portrait with the statement that Orchid salutes the locally rooted, globally competent citizen. Let's really get up and salute this man. Let's give a standing ovation to him. He brought great pride for being an Indian and being a global citizen. Thank you. We're not letting you go, just 2 sentences.
Oh, yeah. There are very few occasions when I'm short of words. This is one of them. This was a real surprise, and I must say I'm really overwhelmed, so grateful to you for this honor. I don't think I'll be taking this out for at least a couple of days. I would have been with you at the beginning of the celebrations. Unfortunately, I have to perform my duty as chairman of the Research Advisory Council of the IIT Bombay Monash University Academy in Bombay, where we'll be granting our first PhDs and also deliver the IIT Bombay convocation address. So my apologies for not being with you, but I have an arrangement with Lakshmi that during the year, we'll be having some event where I'd like to come and participate and share your joy and happiness. I want to thank the school. My grandchildren are studying here, and I can see the way they are being brought up, making them great human beings. You know, education is all about learning. They are learning. It is all about doing. They are doing. But education is also about being a wonderful citizen of this world. And what this school is doing is to help them learn, do, and be. Second point I just want to make very quickly is that, we are looking at India of the future, and building that India of the future is something that this school is doing, because they are creating these products, these young children who will grow into the youth of this country, which will design the future of a new India, an India whose rightful place, I'm convinced, I will not be there when this happens, is up there in the Committee of Nations. So thank you, and so grateful to you, not only for these personal honors, but also for building the future India. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. In the words of Sant Jnaneshwar, Ivale se ropa lavyale dwari, tayacha velu gela gaganavari. We have come a long way from our humble beginnings. We began in 2004 with a grand total of 25 children. And today, with a strength of over 1150 children, it is so gratifying to be counted amongst the top schools in Pune, very well knowing that the taste of good apple, that it's the taste of the good apple that gives the fruit its fame. But we are not going to rest on our laurels. We are full of vim and vigor as we first started out. We know there's still a long way to go and are committed to going the full mile.
We would like to share our philosophy behind celebrating Founders Day. As you may be aware, our motto is locally rooted, globally competent education. Global competence seems to come very easily to the youth of today. But how about their local roots, their culture, their rich and varied heritage?
Many youngsters today prefer pop music and contemporary dance over classical art forms. And while that is understandable, as every art form is beautiful in its own way, we as parents and educators must ponder over the reasons for this. The main difference between popular music and classical music is in the effort required by the listener to appreciate and enjoy it. The listener needs some exposure to the subject, some basic instruction to be able to appreciate the complexity. But once they have this, we have almost gifted them a treasure trove of bliss. The level of joy and elation that one experiences when one truly appreciates a classical art form is simply incomparable. Classical art forms can help you experience the sublime, a glimpse of the divine.
So, if Muhammad won't go to the mountain must go to Muhammad. If our youngsters will not go for a concert, well, we bring the concert to them. And thus, it has been our tradition to expose them to world-class artists like Pandit Nayan Ghosh, Pandit Tulankar, Shubha Mudgal, Shivamani, Dr. Etumanur P. Kannan, and now, Shri Vikku Vinayak Ram, Shri Taufik Qureshi, Shrimati Sukanya Ram Gopal, Shri Swaminathan, Shri Shikhar Nath, to name a few. This tradition has made a deep impression on our young ones, and the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite you to the glistening kaleidoscope of various art forms presented to you by students of the Orchid School, Kalanjali. So, sit back and enjoy. Let your spirits soar. Now, over to the children for Kalanjali. Hello? Yeah. While we set up the stage for the next performance, we'd also like to bring to your notice that today is just the beginning. We have 2 more days of festivities lined up, and we would like to remind you of the sequence of events. While it is all on our website, tomorrow, 8th of August, we will be hosting Future Speaks, a conference on education for future, educating the future. We invite all esteemed educators, policymakers, and proponents of pedagogy to register and be part of the conference. Free online registrations are open on our school website. Tomorrow evening, we are privileged to have world-renowned maestro Shri Vikku Vinayak Ram and Shri Taufik Qureshi ji. Also joining them would be Shrimati Sukanya Ram Gopal, Shri Swaminathan, and Shri Shikhar Nath. We hope all students have collected their pass for themselves and a parent, as entry is conditional on producing the pass. A gentle reminder that only students from class 6 and above are permitted to attend the concert. The morning of 9th August will see us hosting Youngistanis, the Innovators Conclave. This will be a platform for our students to interact with young dynamic achievers. Students from classes 8 to 11 from our school as well as outside are welcome to participate. However, again, registration for the same is a must for students who are not from the Orchid School. Thank you. We shall now await Kalanjali.
Life without music. How you would feel? Imagine a rainbow, but without colors. Life in the dark. Just as the rain begins to fall, you cry harder. You begin to drown in your own tears. Lost in the woods. Drowned in our stories. And wonder, where did the rhythm go? The melodies and the music disappeared, and all that's left on the sidewalk are just dreams. Just dreams.
Hold on. That is not the full story. There is a real rainbow side of the story. Story of music, rhythm, beats of the feet, movement, melodies, drums, and more. Here I am to take you through that journey called Kalanjali, a tribute to our gurus, maestros, our role models of all performing arts. Let the magic unfold.
Pune, the land of Savai Gandharv, the Punya Nagri, where all art forms flourish. It is a wonderful melange of so many art forms that we are going to experience.
The minute you mention Gandharva, the name that comes to my mind is Kumar Gandharvaji. I don't know much about him, so I served to put little pieces together.
You know, Kumarji's strongest point was an ability to place his own distinctive interpretation on anything that he sang. His wide repertoire included standard rags, rare and complicated rags, and rags that he invented.
Yes, Kumarji delved deep in the mystical music tradition inspired by Kabir's compositions. I peeked during the rehearsal and